Nos hallamos con el señor astronauta Blaine Hammond en el simposium de la MUFON 2017 en Las Vegas. Thank you, Mr. Hammond, for this interview.
It's my pleasure.
I'm Giorgio Piacenza from Lima, Peru, and have been researching these subjects for 43 years. So it's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, thank you, yes.
Please, sir, tell us, why is the UFO subject credible and not just a fantasy of people that worship flying saucers, as some people say?
Well, first of all, my uncle, if you want to talk about credibility, was a pilot and had an experience as a pilot in the Air Force National Guard many years ago. There have been too many credible sightings and too many credible experiences by people who have knowledge of physics and aerodynamics and aeronautics to be making this up, being a fantasy. It's been witnessed by too many people at one time. So there are some out there, I'm sure, that are not legitimate, some claims, but I believe the preponderance of the evidence and witnesses tend to be people who truly believe they've experienced something, major in their life that can't be explained by anything we know or we know of science-wise.
Yes. And what was your role in NASA?
I was a pilot, astronaut, primarily. I was also an Air Force colonel, so I was on loan to NASA from the Air Force. When you're in the astronaut program, you do other jobs besides flying, and some of my side jobs was being what they call the Capcom. It's an old term from the Mercury Gemini days. It's a capsule communicator, but I was the communicator on many flights in training as well as actual missions in mission control.
Did you become aware of anything special being hidden regarding UFOs at NASA?
Not at all. I was never given any instructions to hold back anything I think I may have seen. I've never seen anybody or any discussions where people were told to not report what they saw. We never saw anything of interest on my flights. I was up there for almost 20 days, and I fully expected to see something and didn't. So that tells you that, if I was trying to make something up, it would be easy to come up with something perhaps, but there was nothing there for me to see.
In which missions did you fly?
They call the missions STS something, Space Transportation System. So I was on the pilot, or the right seat, more like a co-pilot, on STS 39 in 1991 and STS 64 in 1994, both on Discovery.
Other astronauts have seen UFOs that you are aware?
I'm not aware. Other than what I hear at MUFON, I've heard a few that the Apollo astronauts have, but some of the ones in the shuttle program, I never heard anybody talk about having seen or thought they had seen anything in any of the missions and debriefings that I sat through in all those 14 and a half years.
One final question. In which direction do you want this kind of research or interest to move forward?
Well, I'd like the research to go forward with providing whatever technology we've been able to gain from our experience with the aliens that are being claimed are here. If in fact they are here and they're providing technological advances for us, which I believe that's possible, then there are many other things they could help us with and help us, I think, getting not weaponized, but getting through technology to help make our society and our world safer and more peaceful to live in. That's what I would like to see. These beings should have been able to transcend, get above all the warlike nature of our race and our human race, and hopefully would be able to teach us something on those planes, that regard.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for this interview.
My pleasure. Thank you, Giorgio. Appreciate you taking the time to see me.
Okay.
Now I must sign some more autographs, and then I will be on my way.
One for me.
Oh, yeah, sure.
One for me.
Giorgio.
Yes.
There you go, my friend.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Mr. Hammond.
Take care.
Bye bye. Take care.
How you doing?
How you doing today?
Hi, pleasure.